So what I'm advocating in terms of having a pricing strategy is figuring out what's valuable to your clients, okay, in terms of the intangibles that go around Pilates, not what happens inside the class, but all of the other stuff, right? Might be how many people are in the class, how far in advance they can book, cancellation windows, lock-in contracts, whether they get a program written for them, whatever it might be. How could you build value for certain people within, only 5 or 10% of people within your clientele, right, who are going to see that as way more, like double or triple more valuable, or even 5 times more valuable than, what you presently offer, right? And then step 2 is, okay, how could we subtract features from what you presently offer? Okay, and like if it was a car, we take out the electric windows and we put in the winder windows. Okay, we take out the stereo and we put in an old AM radio. We put on vinyl seats. How could we take out features and give a cheaper version that is low maintenance? Off-peak, longer lock-in contract, self-service, only, whatever it might be. Okay, how could you create a lower priced and lower featured, so they're paying for less and getting less? Okay, and that is for your. But that's got to be low maintenance, right? It's got to be low maintenance because they're going to be your price buyers, and you don't want to spend all your time, servicing people that are buying a hamburger for $5 and you're only making 5 cents on it, and then you spend all your time giving service to those people. You want them to be easy customers, right? So you've got to make it lower maintenance for them, right? They don't get the service. And then the middle priced product is what you presently offer, okay? Maybe with 1 or 2 of the premium features that you're currently giving away for free, not included, okay, or depending on what you're currently giving. And then you set your prices, right? And you just say, okay, we're going to have this pricing model. It's this much is the premium offer, and here's what you get. Here's the middle-sized offer, and here's what you get. Here's the budget offer, and here's what you get, okay? And then you decide what that's going to be. And if you test and you want to put your middle-sized price up a bit, you go, well, the new middle-sized price is this much, okay? And then you give your clients warning. Okay, you say, hey, dear valued clients, okay, email or text or whatever, on the 30th of June, give them about a month's notice, okay? Give them plenty of notice so they know what to expect. On the 30th of June, our prices are changing, right? I wanted to give you notice because you're a valuable customer and I really appreciate you, being a client. And I want you to know that between now and then you can buy as many passes as you want at the present price, right? If you want to stockpile them, okay. And I wanted to give you a heads up so that it's not a surprise for you, right? And you send that out. You might send them like 2 or 3 or 4 reminder emails. Hey, don't forget on such and such a date our prices go up. Here are the new prices. Here's a link to buy a pass at the present price, okay. If you're really, afraid that they're gonna, jump ship, and I'm pretty confident they won't, because every time we've put our prices up, we didn't lose anyone. Most of them just said, oh, I was wondering when you're going to put your prices up. Like I went down to the coffee shop that I go to sometimes, and they for years they've been, this is urban Melbourne, right? Cafe latte, $4.50, right? Latte art and organic almond milk and the whole thing, right? This is this old Greek family. Coffee, quick in, quick out. Quick game's a good game, $2, right, for espresso. Like, holy crap, this is how they're making money, right? One day they terribly apologetically apologized to me profusely. We've put our prices up. I'm like, oh, about time. They're like, yeah, it's $2.20 now. I'm like, oh. I was expecting they put it up to $5 or something like everybody else. But I would bet you that they put their prices up. No one batted an eyelid. No one cared. Everyone was like, well, why didn't you put them up a year ago, right? And they were probably agonizing about it for ages before they did it. So that's probably the case, for you guys as well. Like if you're agonizing about it, your customers probably aren't going to be fazed about it. But when you do, give them plenty of warning. And if you're super freaking out and you just don't have the courage to do it without doing this, you can say, hey, on the 30th of June in 30 days, our prices are going up to this. But because you're an existing customer and I highly value you, your price is only going up to this, right? So maybe the prices are going up from $20 to $25, but your price only goes up to $22. But for all new clients, it's $25. And if you're super, super freaking out and just don't even have the courage to do that, you can say you get to keep the same price for now, but everyone else is going up to $25. Right? But I don't recommend that. So that's my basic suggestion: is have a pricing strategy, which is just like just got a budget, middle, regular, and premium. Okay, the premium is priced very highly, and it's for the 5% of your customers who really value some of those intangibles, like having a personal locker or being able to book a month before everybody else, or whatever it might be. Okay, you don't want to sell many of those, but when you do sell one, you want to go, hell yeah, that's awesome, I sold one. Okay. And when we didn't even talk about this. You've probably got people in your studio who come 5 times a week. Do you have people, or 8 times? Anyone got someone who comes 10 times a week?
6 times. I've got 6 times a week.
All right. And I don't know your pricing, Fanny, but often we have like you might have a twice a week membership and then a 4 times a week membership and then an unlimited membership or something like that. Okay. And if someone's on an unlimited membership and they're making use of it, do the calculation. How much are they spending per class, right? If they're
$7.50. Yeah.
Okay. They're not your best customers.
I regret not capping it. Yeah.
So you need to cap it, right? Because that person, they love your service so much they come 6 times a week, and yet they're your worst customer because they're paying $7.50 per class. Imagine if your classes were full of people paying $7.50 each. You'd be bankrupt.
Yeah. Is it okay to cap it now? Like if I feel like giving something and then taking it back?
Right. So, well, here's what I would advise, right? Do a twice a week membership, a 4 times a week membership, and then just go, okay, if you want to do more, you can do more, but it's an extra membership, right? So if you want it for every extra weekly class you want to add on, it's an extra $12 or $15 or whatever, right? But that's not a casual payment, right? That is, if you want a 5 times a week membership, it's $15 a week more than the 4 times a week membership. If you want a 6 times a week membership, a 7 times a week, a 27 times a week membership, it's just $12.50 or $15 or whatever extra on top of it, right? So if there's somebody who wants to come 6 times a week, they're going to pay for 6 times a week, right? And every time they come, you're like, yes, that person's coming because they're paying good money and they're coming so often. So I would say don't cap it, because that prevents them from doing what they want to do, right? They want to come 6 times a week. Why say you can't come 6 times a week, right? Say, hell yeah, come 6 times a week. It's going to cost this much.
So, but I like they bought an unlimited, and now I'm going to say, oh, this is not available anymore.
Yeah. And if they truly are your best customers, right? Well, how do you know if someone's your best customer? Right? If I said to you, who are your best customers? Well, how can you tell who those people are?
You see them every day.
See them every day. Or just say I hang around your studio every day. I'm the hobo that lives outside, but I come and hang around your studio and sit on your couch all day. Does that make me your best customer? How do you know someone's your best customer?
They're not price sensitive and they refer other people to you.
Yeah, they buy everything you've got to sell, right? And they send you their friends, right? And they're a pleasure to work with, and they love what they love what you do, and they all of that stuff, right? So these people that are coming 6 times a week, they're not your best customers. They could be your best customers, right? If you charge them for 6 classes a week, they could be your best customers, but right now they're not your best customers. Now, if you say to them, it's going to be hard because you've trained them up to come for $7.50 a class, right? But if they truly are your best customers, right, they won't care, right? If you say to them, look, hey, and this is not a generic email that goes out, right? Because there's not many of these people, right? There might be only three or four of these people. You email them and you write a customized personal email to each of them. You go, hey, Fanny, I just want you to know I freaking love having you as a client, right? And I mean that sincerely. And here are the 5 reasons I love having you as a client, and they've got to be specific to you, okay? I love that when you come in, you tell me about how your pet parrot is every week. And I love that, you always take the reformer in the corner of the room. And I love that you never do legs and straps. And I love that you tell them so that they know that you're talking specifically to them, right? And then say, hey, look, but I just have to, share with you that I've undercharged you, right? And it's not your fault, right? It's not your fault. It's my fault. I've been undercharging you, and the price that you're paying, I'm going bankrupt. Okay. So, I'm sorry, but I do need to increase the price and charge you for all the classes that you do moving forward. Obviously, I'm not going to charge you in arrears. Okay. And I know that this is a big increase for you and it's going to go up to this much on this date, give them plenty of notice. Okay. And, I just want to say I super value you as a client. And if you don't want to spend more, we can move you to a membership where you only do this many classes or whatever, and it'll be this much, right? But I can't keep offering you unlimited classes for the price that I'm offering. And if they are your best customers, they will go, yeah, sure, no worries. Charge my credit card.